It was the computer had to be restarted. Okay, John, we're live.
What was it?
The computer had to be completely restarted.
That's what they did for mine the other day.
It's never
You
happened.
just reboot it?
Yeah, it's almost.
Start talking because I'm getting myself put back together.
Oh
on
wait,
this
now
side.
this thing just went to sleep. There we go. That's good. Now this is out.
All right, I'm going to Facebook to make sure because I'm not sure I believe it. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you should make sure everybody's there.
Okay, and we're good. Let's just see. Oh, I
She
didn't
didn't
on
turn
that
her mic
mic.
on.
I had to get here. No worries, I'm just. Oh yeah, no. Let me just. All right. There you are. I'm on. Woo! What a night, huh? One stage to another, one set to another. All right, let me just get in here, do a little see my profile, and look, we're back. We are back. Is that possible that we could have this many people? We just got here. Oh, this
Well,
is awesome.
but people were waiting, so.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, we're good. We're golden. Yes, we are. All right, so we're back. Let's hear how the sound is before we get
That
moving.
sounds like a grand idea.
Okay, so guys, I'm counting on you. We have sound. I'm Shannon Marie. It's Catterday. You're not kidding. Oh, yay, hearts abound. We've got it. Don, Tracy, Maria, Patty, and Kim.
All right.
Joe is saying hello, Mr. Fisher. Philip Bamberger. Yay! That's how I feel about all of you being right here. Okay, so I just did a really fun interview, and it's not just that it's fun, it's a very interesting interview with Jerry McCambridge. That's what we were doing in there because what a day he's had. And now,
Big day.
big day.
Very big day. That's a huge day.
And his half sister, who he hasn't met yet, is watching tonight. So we want to say hello. I'm excited for you.
This might not be good though, because then she's going to see how he's got all these wacky friends.
Oh, yes. But he's wacky too. So, you're going to love your brother. He
Yeah.
is awesome, and so
He is.
so
As
we're
my
back.
as my grandfather used to say, I will say about Jerry.
Okay.
Jerry's a good boy when he's asleep. My grandfather used to say that about
That's
me.
exactly.
I always thought that was a pretty classic maneuver. So anyway, we came back for the purpose of talking about tomorrow.
Right.
Tomorrow is going to be, we're going to be hosting a TEDx.
Right.
And the focus of this TEDx is going to be on the environment and global warming and
And
this
what
issue.
we can do to make it
And we've talked
better,
about this
way
before. We have talked about this over the last several months. We have discussed the things that we do in our lives. The fact that we have solar power on our home, and
Yep.
we are very involved in recycling. And you
you
try to do
you drive a car that's electric.
right now. I'm not, and this is not for everyone, meaning not everyone can do everything.
No.
But if we all just do a little something, it starts to contribute, and then over time it makes a big difference. What we have to be careful for is, you can't fix everything in a day. It took us a long time to get here.
Right.
And so, but we do have to get on a better path. I mean, I first put solar panels on my ranch in 1989, and everybody thought I was completely out of my mind. And I even got grid connected within a couple of years from that, which was absurd in those days.
Right.
The idea that you would produce energy and sell back to the grid. But we can all do that without a lot of money these days. There's
And
a
so
lot of
that's what
opportunities.
this is going to be about tomorrow. And
Yes.
even ways that are just very small things and changes that people can make. And there's lots of great speakers that are going to be coming in and out. And if you've ever watched a TEDx,
So there are six separate
speakers.
speakers.
Yeah, and we'll be kind of introducing them. But it's really cool because I never realized that there's little things that I can do to make things better.
Yes.
To change it.
Well, I mean, it's if you think about it ranges from your use of water, let's say,
Yeah.
to the types of things you buy, from food to automobiles. I mean, as a consumer, we can consume things that pollute less. And so a little bit of consciousness goes a long way. And so this is the point. We're going to try to have some fun, but also learn some things about improving our consciousness and our relationship with the planet, because we hope to leave this planet to our children and our children's children. And wouldn't it be sad to be the generation that was responsible for trashing the place?
Right. So tomorrow is going to be a real trashing the joint, as we say.
Well,
Tomorrow is going to be a really
John,
fun
punch
show.
up. Go ahead and punch up Apple TV real quick. So here's the website.
If you have we will
TEDx.
post it tomorrow on both of our Facebook pages, but
That's-
if you want to take a screen capture or write this down.
Simply enough, TEDxHenderson.com. And so there's the time and the date tomorrow. We didn't give you any notice. We apologize.
We didn't know ourselves until
Yes.
just a few days ago.
But you see, and so then here's some of the presenters. I can give you a little quick promo on that. You don't even have to go to the website. We can kind of go there. So you've got Michael. How do you pronounce his name?
Boyko.
Boyko?
Yeah.
So obviously, he's the water expert. It'll be very interesting to hear from him, especially for those of us who live in the desert where water is so precious. Then
Amy
you
Lahav.
Yes, Nevada Energy. Now, of course, she's going to be talking about how we can not use as much energy or upgrade the appliances and the larger things like air conditioning heating units to more efficient units
Yep.
to save energy, I'm sure.
Which we did here.
And then how you generate power. And of course,
Alexia Chen.
Yes. And we've
Okay.
met her. You remember her?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Ken Mazika.
I would like to have a guest come, hopefully one coming up here that has a simple last name that I can pronounce.
No,
Every
there won't
single
be.
name is somebody that I can't pronounce. I think that was done on purpose just to trash the host so we can look like what? Okay, so, and yes, so then you have Ken, and he's obviously a farmer and knows a lot about sustainable farming.
And Christine Klemick.
Environmental manager for the city of Henderson. And then there's Sam.
Sam Castor, yeah. He has I like him, just looking at his picture. He has a good energy to
Well,
him.
Switch is a very interesting company. They're very progressive, and they've utilized technology in. You can get off of that, John. They've utilized technology in the server environments. Now, computer servers that store all of the things that we love, from eBay to the surfing to this, everything.
Gaming.
So much stuff.
Everything.
And massive,
Yeah.
massive energy use, though. And then, of course, you need something that's really, really very, very reliable. So, so the founder of all of this
Yeah.
invented some amazing technology that allows not only the reliability, but also to use a lot less energy to keep these computers cool. Now, that may not seem like a giant deal, but over a period of time, this massive amount of energy is saved. And when we save energy, we have a smaller carbon footprint. So in order for you to use energy, there has to be something generating the power. Now, in Nevada, we have some cool solar plants, but obviously...
There's one really
Really
right
cool,
down
right
the
at the
street
border.
from us, and when it's so massive, and then there's one over there, just
The state line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the state line is ridiculous.
That's the
it's
big
so
one.
huge, it's fantastic. But there's one right over here.
John, get on her.
No. you
He's
don't-
sleeping.
It's okay. I've been on enough. Everyone's.
No. You were making a good
her
point.
again.
And we want you.
But anyway, that is a sight to behold. The first time I saw it, I thought I was seeing a mirage because the sun was hitting the solar panels. Depending on the time of day, it almost looks like water at that solar panel
I'm
plant.
seeing this one. This is we're going to have a special treatment, a drum circle hosted by Stephen Perkins. See, now there's a name I can pronounce.
He's of Jane's Addiction, the band Jane's
Addiction. So have your drums ready. We're going to learn how to drum. Bobby, you'll
Exactly.
dig this. Let's get some drums. I love banging on drums. I have a little Native American in me, like not a lot, but like a 16th. So I dig banging on drums.
You know, when you do 23andMe or Ancestry, which is the one I think you'll find out just how much Indian you have.
Well,
in you.
so I know this to be true.
Okay.
My great-grandmother was half Cherokee Indian. So that means my grandmother's a quarter, my mother's an eighth, and I'm a 16th. Okay? Something to that effect.
All right.
So it's not like anything to write home about. I'm not going to run for office and claim I'm an Indian like some others have done. But at any rate, I do relate to the banging on the drum thing, which is really the point of all this.
Yeah.
But I think if you could tell all your friends, though, about this, because not only is this TEDx organization a fantastic place to get turned on to really amazing
All
people.
kinds of things, yeah.
But it's great people talking about
Great
amazing
things,
things.
yeah.
Usually the speakers also are very well selected and they're really good at what they're talking about. And so you do learn things, it's fun. And we're going to be moderating, so that's going to be fun because I've got my
Anything can happen.
anything. I've got my see this is my face mask. We're going to do a little of the yo-ho. We'll mix that in.
Exactly.
I might decide to chew on some ice like I like to do.
You know what?
Do you want to run a
Henderson-
TEDx or you want to go to your giveaways?
No. Well, what I'd like to do is, again, we're going to post this where you can watch this.
John.
Okay. So we're going to
John.
post.
There you go.
Okay.
For 1 second, Stephen Perkins, I believe I'm correct, is married to Christina Applegate.
Oh. Oh, the guy from Jane's Addiction is married to Christina Applegate?
I believe so.
That'd be an interesting house.
Ha!
That's great. By the
I
way,
guarantee it's not as interesting as ours.
no, yeah, this is the fun house, right?
That's right.
Literally.
And
But so Todd and I will both post the website for you to tune in tomorrow. What time is it? It's live, right?
yep.
And
we're,
it's going on at what
we're
time?
doing 2 to 4, right?
2 to 4,
2 to
so
4.
you can jump in, jump out, come back, see as much as you want of it. It's going to be, I think it's going to be really great, and you're going to learn a lot about the environment.
And maybe we'll throw in a giveaway or two. What do you think? Should we do? Can we do a little giveaway?
It's good to give
What do you guys
things away.
think? We like to do it just to promote things. Is that?
That's okay.
I don't see any objections.
But you know what? So because we're just getting a little late, what I would love to do is show a piece of your TEDx that you did.
We can do that.
And then we'll give stuff
and then we'll
away.
do some giveaways.
Because I loved your TEDx. I sat in the audience and I was just filled with pride because it was so good.
Well,
About filmmaking in the
well, no,
modern era.
it was about storytelling. It wasn't.
Oh,
I mean, it
storytelling, yes.
obviously talked about filmmaking, and when we got to that, but I was trying to make it a little broader so we understood how we got to where we are today.
Right.
'Cause,
So
it's
why don't we play?
We could play.
We'll play some of it, and then we're going to come back, enjoy Todd Fisher on his TEDx because he was great.
He was funny.
Then we're going to give stuff away. My favorite thing. We're going to do that. Okay.
All right.
Here
so
we go.
We're going full screen. There's
we
their
go.
graphic.
And action.
Well, that's their. But I've always kind of traveled with a lot of baggage. My mother was famous for collecting Hollywood memorabilia. And so, I think I know how to work this. I see the play button. That should be easy enough. As he said, I'm Princess Leia's brother, speaking of science fiction, as our prior speaker was talking about. A little kid came up to me one day and said, "If you're Princess Leia's brother, then you're Luke Skywalker." I said, "Sort of." It was interesting because Carrie didn't really connect with who she was in terms of how important she was to all of us, all the fans, until way later in her life. And this gets to why I'm here, which is to talk about storytelling And storytelling's been around for thousands of years, and so let's see if I can get a slide up here. Aha, there, that's my title, that's what I'm talking about. But obviously thousands of years ago, people would sit around in front of campfires, and the most revered people of all were the storytellers, and they would tell you great stories of the ancestors and great accomplishments. And obviously this is a biblical scene, one of the greatest storytellers of all time, and that went on to become the Holy Bible. And these stories have been handed down through thousands of years. And at a certain point, it wasn't enough to sit on a bunch of rocks and tell a story around a campfire, so we built these giant theaters. That's how important it was. And of course, here I am in a giant theater doing the same kind of thing. So it is so important to all societies and all cultures. And there's Rome later on, and many of these theaters still exist to this day. But what was so important about this was they were handing down these beautiful stories of the human condition and romance and even wars and great valor. And those things were doing what? They were inspiring us, as our prior speaker was talking about, superheroes. But these are real people, and a lot of those stories were taken and made into superheroes. Later, way later, we got printing. But this was, if you can see my slide now, it was all hand done, and nobody could afford that. It's very expensive to get these books, and then even some of the books were hand-painted pictures to help tell these stories. But yeah, it was cool because now these stories didn't have to be remembered by these people. They were the story caregivers. They would remember these stories and hand them down to generations. But now a book could do that. Later, we got even more books, and eventually we get to photography. This was a monumental breakthrough, the idea that you could freeze and capture time. And in hundreds of years forward, we would be able to see images of presidents. Really, that's him. You know, we see a painting and you go, that's cool, but that's an artist's interpretation. This captured and froze time. How about the Sioux Indians? Those stories. Now, this is when it's going on. This is before movies. We're just looking at stills, and somebody's sitting around thinking, wouldn't it be cool if these things could move? So, thus brings us to Charlie Chaplin. Now, this little baby over here is actually Charlie Chaplin's camera from Estene Studios. And hard for you to see because I'm stepping out of the light. But if you listen carefully, it still works. Chaplin made many of his first films on that exact camera. There's the company. It was out of Chicago. It wasn't even Hollywood yet. To think of it, you could make movies in a town other than Hollywood? Ha, unheard of. The Tramp, we all love that. You know, and what was cool about Chaplin was that he took this new form of moving pictures, and he was one of the innovators in telling stories through these moving pictures. And then we get more complicated as time goes on, much more complicated, and eventually it gets to the point where you can actually make a movie on one of these. Uh-oh, we don't want to break these because we all have to pay to have our screens de-done. But what's interesting is there's a movie that was just made recently. Did you catch that movie? And Soderbergh made this is an Academy Award-winning documentary as well, made on an iPhone. Why is this important? Well, if you don't have the money to buy this, which is a lot of money, although this does make great movies, and this is state-of-the-art equipment, the way the camera moves, all of this is very important, and you could make a very good argument that it makes great storytelling. It enhances the storytelling. But if you haven't got a couple $100,000 laying around, there's all kinds of stuff in between. But I find it incredible that you could make a movie on an iPhone and pull it off. By the way, my wife and I watched that movie quite by accident in a hotel room in LA the other day, and we're totally impressed, had no idea it was made on an iPhone. Now, why is this also important is that never before in time has there been so many places for you to tell your story. Never before in time has there been a place where you could buy this equipment for so little and tell your story. And look at all the places it can go. At the very least, it can go on YouTube, and phenomenon happens all the time. I mean, out of nowhere, a little girl sings to her father, and there's 20 million views, or a dog plays with a chicken, and it's why is that cool? Because it's back to that same thing when I showed you those pictures, those stories being told thousands of years ago. It's that human condition. it was funny, our prior guest was talking about comic books, and those are great stories, but there's also all of your stories, my story. And those stories inspire us to go on through life and to overcome things, which brings us to the big giant studios. They're shaking in their boots right now. Why? Because we don't need that giant studio anymore. Yes, we can make Spider-Man 12 there for $200 million, but I just showed you Soderbergh's making a movie on his iPhone and running around, for $12. So, and we paid $12 to watch it in the hotel room the other night. So, I think I like those numbers. My mother, Debbie Reynolds, for those of you who don't know who she is, she's Princess Leia's mother. And she won a Miss Burbank contest in 1948. And why is this important? Because back then, the only way to be discovered was by some fluke. You could sit on a stool at Schwab's drugstore, or maybe you could go to a beauty contest and win a screen test. And that is what my mom did. There was a free dress being given if you were a participant of a beauty contest. So she says, I'm going to go get the dress. I know I'll never win. There's a picture of her actually winning. She was leaving and heading down the street, and someone stopped her and said, you won. This led to a screen test at Warner Brothers, which led to some small movies. Didn't mean a whole heck of a lot yet. But then one day, she gets moved to MGM Studios, and a guy named Louis B. Mayer, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM, he said, I want you in Singing in the Rain. There's a picture of Gene Kelly and my mother on the set of Singing in the Rain. Why is this important? She'd never danced. She'd done some little singing. She's this little Miss Burbank. She wanted to be a gym teacher. She didn't ever dream she'd be sitting there. She was a fan more than anything else. So what happens? Gene Kelly takes her in the room with Louis B. Mayer and says, I don't want this girl. I mean, she doesn't know how to dance. I don't know anything about her. I want a professional, somebody who can carry off this part. Well, Gene Kelly is a powerful guy. He's the choreographer, director with Stanley Donen, and too bad, Mr. Mayer says. She's your star. So they teach her to dance. Now, you can imagine Gene Kelly might have a little chip on his shoulder about this, so he busts her chops. Now, this is good and bad, but it results in reducing my mother to having blisters on her feet that were bleeding, and during a break, she was crying under a piano. And a man walked up, and all she saw was legs, and he looks down, and it's Fred Astaire. And he reaches out, and he says, what's wrong, little girl? She's 19 years old. And she says, wow, I mean, this is difficult. My feet are bleeding, and I don't know if I can do this. And, I'm tough, but I don't know if I'm this tough. He says, come with me. And he takes her down the street to a private stage where he rehearsed all of his routines. And he showed her that even for the great Fred Astaire, that it took very hard work and dedication to make it look so easy. If you've seen Fred Astaire dance, it's magical, right? The guy is like unreal. He just drifts and everything's perfect and every step is in place. And when he turns around, it's always perfect. And there it wasn't not perfect. And he said, you see, this is how it is. So she was kind of inspired by that, very inspired by that. There's a picture of Fred Astaire and my mom a little later, but isn't that a magical picture of the two of them, even later in life, working on a movie together? And you could see she is glued to this man because why? He had this experience, but he also had something else. Besides incredible talent, he had passion for what he was doing. He was going to be the best at everything he did, no matter what, and nothing was going to stop him. And he was passing that along to this little girl, my mother. That's valuable stuff. There's another story that runs in parallel with this. And of course, as my mother gets a little older, there she is getting her handprints and feet prints at the Grauman's Chinese Theater courtyard. This is a huge honor. There's lots of stars on Hollywood Boulevard. It came way later. This was much earlier, and it was a big deal to get your handprints there. And it was huge honor. There's myself and my sister being taken to the sets. Oh, here's a woman who's got this drive to be the best singer, the best dancer, the funniest person. And she's being taught by the best people. But she drops a couple of kids into this world. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, my dad disappears down the Nile with Elizabeth Taylor. And she's on her own with these two kids. Now, I'm sure there's a few single moms out here, maybe even one right over there. And it's like, this is not an easy gig in the middle of a giant career. You're having this huge career, People are pulling on you in every direction. You're having to make these incredible schedules. Well, guess what? We didn't miss a drop. She took us everywhere on the sets with her. We were loved. We just thought it was a normal thing to, have this lifestyle being schlepped around this way. A lot of my friends, though, they were left at home with the nannies. And that's okay. They survived. But I think that my sister and I got something through all of this. We got inspired. We saw magic being made. And this man right here behind me, that's me as a young teenager, is my grandfather, the man that raised my mother. He worked for the Southern Pacific Railroad. And he mentored my mom, obviously, earlier on. And we didn't know any of this, and my mom didn't know any of this. But one day, I was painting a fence, that exact fence, in fact. My grandfather's painting, and I said, can I get in on that? And he says, well, if we do the fence and we start the fence together, we're going to finish the fence together. I'm like, hey, no problem. So they all thought it was cute, and they took a picture of me painting the fence. A couple hours in, this gets old. Forget Tom Sawyer. I mean, the fun was over. I said, hey, I'm really done. I can't do this anymore. He said, you what? I said, I can't do this anymore. And he said, there is no word in in your vocabulary, can't. In this family's vocabulary, can't. Now, at the time, I didn't realize I'd been drummed into my mother, and explains a lot why she even got out from underneath the piano. But it's a good lesson in life. Now, there are certainly things that you may not want to do. Now the word won't might come into play. This leads to stage stuff. We were very young. My sister and I were brought onto stages with my mother. You could see Carrie seems to be having a ball. I personally was not thrilled with the whole concept because, when you're a young man and all of a sudden they take you to Vegas, that's me on the guitar up there, and they say we're in this show, 2 shows a night, this town, 30 days straight, below the summer, and you have to wash your hair every day. And the makeup has to come on and off. Now you got to wash your face every day. Impossible for an 11-year-old to conceive of. Very hard for me. And I think this was instrumental in turning me off to in front of the camera, and I preferred behind the scenes. And I had the great privilege of being mentored by a lot of great people, and this led to me getting into the technical sides. Meanwhile, another little 19-year-old, you see the girl with the buns? Ironically, she's 19 years old. Guess who else is 19 years old doing Singing in the Rain? My mother, Debbie Reynolds. Why is that? I have no idea. One of the most influential musicals of all time is Singing in the Rain. Carrie goes on. She gets this call to do an audition for a B science fiction movie, kind of on the lower budget side. And if you watch the screen test, it's pretty strange to watch. And you certainly would have no idea where we're all headed. And we didn't know. In fact, what happened is I was told to go check on Carrie in London, which I did. I flew there and I went and saw they were great sets, much like these. And it was impressive, but there's a lot of blue screen area here where the effects were going to go later. No one saw any of the effects. He's over budget. The studio thinks the guy's lost his marbles, literally. I mean, everybody now, George Lucas is a genius. Back then, I swear to you, there was maybe 2 people, and fortunately, Coppola was one of his good buddies and stepped up, and the movie wouldn't have been finished without Coppola. Long story short, the movie, of course, does get made. I'm sitting in a parking lot going to the screening of Star Wars on the back lot just before it came out, and Carrie is chain smoking and a Coca-Cola drinking and chain smoking, pacing, and I'm like, hey, this thing's getting ready to start. We got to go. She said, no, I can't go in there. Wait till everybody's in. Now we wait till everybody's in. Still a problem. Doesn't want to go in. Literally, we waited till the thing started, and we ended up in the front row, looking up as the battle cruiser flies over. And I looked at her, and she's squeezing my hand, panicked, nervous that this is the end of her career. And I said, this is no B movie. And the rest, of course, is history. And what leads beyond this is that I was recently in the courtyards over at Grauman's Chinese Theater, and they put a plaque right next to my mother of Carrie. And it's the only mother-daughter team in that courtyard. And Carrie was a powerful woman. My mother was a powerful woman. They were people that stared down adversity and overcame it. They did it by saying there's no can't. My mother was famous for Molly Brown. In fact, this is the Molly Brown chair. This is my mother's Oscar that she won later in life. After you work really hard and you say never, and you say there's no word can't, and you're a great humanitarian, which is what this is for, the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award, they give you one of these. They don't hand them out real easy. I brought that because it's not that she never did anything for an award. She never even wanted credit for things. She did it because it was the right thing to do. She did it because it was the right thing for the children. She did it because it was for her fans. We were trained at a very early age that we had to include the fans as part of our family. Because without them, she would have no career. There would be no movie stars without the fans. So Carrie eventually also came to that conclusion. And she was able to overcome great adversity. She had bipolar disorder. And she had drug challenges. Back to the human condition. These are all the stories that we all tell, right? We all have problems in our families. I just wrote a book somewhere around here. And it's about my girls. And it's a story, though, just like what we're talking about. This is not a story, although it does take place in an affluent, sort of flashy world. I call it the Downton Abbey of Beverly Hills. But it is still just a regular story about people overcoming problems in the human condition. And then one day, you could imagine that you could become such a famous person, not so much for your Star Wars thing, but also for inspiring people, to allow people to overcome their problems. Carrie was, I think, my biggest hero in that respect. And here she is in the March on Washington. It's not about the politics. It's the idea that thousands of women all over the country chose Carrie to be their example of a strong woman. Look at her eyes peeking over there. That is an awesome thing. And Meryl Streep said at the end of getting her Lifetime Achievement Award, take your broken heart and make it into art. And that's what we should do. Take all of our lives, all of our stories, and make them into art. That will make Carrie happy. Thank you. Okay. Are we back, Johnny? John had to wake up.
I did too. It was good.
18 minutes. Okay.
Well, I just
Was
think...
I over time on that, Gail, or was that the right amount of time? Good time. Okay.
Good timing. Yeah, you only get a very the time is limited, and I love that about TEDx because you get on, inspire, make your point, leave your mark. To me, that's what TEDx is about. So that was an excellent one, and I was just filled with pride in the audience that night. So now that we've shown that, we
were just trying to give people a flavor.
Yeah, if you've never watched TED or TEDx, it's like TED Talks or TEDx. I mean, they're incredible. Incredible. It's such an honor to be part of it. So tomorrow, remember we will put these on our websites, but it's TEDx, not TEDEX. It's TEDX, right?
Yep.
Henderson, TEDxhenderson.com.
This is an interesting point that Gail's putting up here. She says, throughout the world in the next 2 weeks, there are going to be more than 600 similar TEDx events in 81 countries. Mm-hmm. And this is just one of 600.
Yeah.
So all around us, all around the world, talking about the environment, talking about how we can all do what we can all do.
Right. So we're looking forward to that.
We are. And that was a little off our calendar because Saturdays, normally your big giveaway night, so we're not going to cut into that. We're going to go right into the giveaways.
We're going to go into it now.
Way into the giveaways.
I think people really enjoyed watching your TEDx, and some had seen it before, and most had not. People love stories, and that's what I love about TED Talks and TEDx.
If you like stories, you have found the right bat channel.
Oh my God, we had a good one from Jerry earlier.
There's no end to the stories in this crew.
Exactly.
And if we don't have a story from the past, we live a new one every day.
Exactly. So we're going to give away prizes before we go home. We are home. It's so funny. You're in the house, then I go into my office, then I run out here. We try to do a show, get thwarted. I go back to my office, do a show, come back out to the theater. It's been a wild night, but it's a good thing it's not that much difference.
I'll just say this about those technical difficulties.
What?
There is no word can't.
There is no word can't.
We're coming back online, come hell or high
Exactly.
water.
All right, so I'm going to pick winners now.
All
Or
right.
as Dora says, we are going to have wieners. And I love that we're going to pick some wieners right now. So we are going to do the surprise gifts. Remember how this works. You don't know what's in here. I don't either. But here's the thing. We will in a minute. Will you be the one? Let's find out.
Will you be the one?
Jerry said that this is like the nursing home bingo.
I think that's where we got it.
Actually, I think it is too.
I got it at
Okay,
auction.
so I'm getting. Okay, here we go. Dora, hey, say hi, everybody, Dora. Excellent. Oh my gosh, I picked this name last night.
What?
It's my cousin, Michelle Paquette
Are you
Bell.
sure there's no
I don't think
conspiracy?
she's here, but
could
we'll
be a-
give her a chance to. We'll give her a chance. Michelle Paquette Bell.
Sound
And
off.
I'm not going to open the gift unless she is here because we'll recycle it in and pick another name.
All
I'm
right.
going for number 2. Number 2, Terry Dixon. Terry Dixon, number 2. All right. So you want me to
Do them all.
Oh my God! I just put her back in. Okay, you got her. Okay, but if I spin it. Okay. So Terry Dixon, you have one prize, number 2. Oh my gosh!
I may have to intervene here.
I think you needed to be the one to do this because
No, I know it's technical, but you grab the handle and turn.
well, there's a little thing in
So
here.
just turn that at a right
You
angle.
see,
Yeah,
and
there
then
you go.
there's that.
The right angle approach. Yes.
The right angle approach.
There you go. Grab.
Okay.
Grab.
Wait, Terry Dixon, are you here tonight? We have to know that.
We don't know.
Usually she always
I would
is.
do 3. You know, get a few ahead
Okay,
here, so we don't
so
spend
we're
the
going
rest
to
of our
number
lives
3. Terry Dixon is here, and I put her back in.
Ah,
So, Kathy Gans, there you go, Kathy. Okay, so then Kathy Gans is here tonight because I saw her. So we're going to open Terry Dixon, then Kathy's, then keep going. Oh, Terry Dixon, you have won a $25 gift certificate. And this certificate to Cat Cosmetics, catcosmetics.com. This was donated, this $25 gift certificate was donated by Tammy Anastasia, one of our fantastic clients as well as one of us. What do I call everyone? The usual suspects. That's our thing. So congratulations, Terry Dixon. We are moving on to this is Kathy Gans. Kathy Gans.
she was here, right? Of course, she's always here.
Kathy is.
And if she doesn't win it out of the drum here, she wins it by guessing all the numbers. She can't lose.
Oh, so this is another $25 gift certificate donated by Janie Hickok Seiss, who is a friend of mine, a client, a viewer of our show. I think she's here tonight. Janie Seiss, thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you. So that goes to Kathy Gans, who has the best luck of all times and is a good mind reader. All right? We're going to go to, oh boy, here we go.
No,
Okay.
like go with what came out. That's sort of like destiny.
Okay, hold on. I don't know this name, so it's Jess Isabel. So if you are here, Jess Isabel, go ahead and make yourself known, and all the rest of you look out to see if she's here. I will not open that. We are going on to number 5. Number 5, I should have you be doing.
Number 5's
Sherry
alive.
Efron. She's a usual suspect. Sherry Efron, if you are here, please make yourself known. I believe I did see your name in here earlier, but to be sure, go ahead and make yourself known, and then we will open yours. Number 6. Number 6, Lisa Ottinger. I don't think Lisa's ever won before. She is a regular. Lisa Ottinger. Oh, boy. Okay, Lisa Ottinger, I'm going to hand this over to you. If you're here, please let us know.
I have all the, no, I have the backup.
We're going to number 1,
Here.
which was, okay, this is it. Oh my God. Andrea Beasley Walters. That would be a first win tonight. She joined us about 4 months ago, and she was one of my best friends in high school. So this is a really cool win. Are you here, Andrea Beasley Walters? If you are, we will open your
I have the next one.
Oh, you have the next one? Okay. Did you did these fall out?
Nope.
Did you pull it out?
They came to me.
No.
Jerry set the whole thing up.
Actually, they fell out on my lap.
Did you see how they came right out of the cage while it was locked? Everybody observed her locking it. The next thing you know, I had them in my hand.
Pamela Newman.
It's a trick. He's been working with me for months on that trick.
Pamela Newman. Pamela Newman. If you
Pamela
are here.
Newman.
Yes.
From Nightlight.
From Nightlight. Pamela Newman, if you are here. She is here.
All
Okay.
right.
So let's open some stuff. So
Was
hold
Pam
on.
here the other night when we ran some film
She
clips
is
from
number
Nightlight?
4. All right, Pamela Newman. Yes.
But was Pam here when we ran the Nightlight clips the other
I
night?
think she was. Oh gosh, Pamela won something new and awesome. It's from catcosmetics.com. Pamela, this is going to blow your mind, this product. It is called Radiance. And it is a makeup primer, but it can also be used without anything. It looks like it has color, but it doesn't. It's just that it's solid. When you put it on your fingers, it is clear. Men could use this product too, because what it does is make your skin really super soft, and it also acts like a spackle, so it fills in any fine lines on your face like a spackle does with the dents in the wall. So,
Jeez.
well, it does. That's why it's kind of like a spackle, but it's incredible. It is new. You can wear it alone, and it has like a blurring effect. So if you have imperfections in your skin, it blurs that so that. And Pamela Newman, my brother, said you're beautiful because you've known Pamela for a long time.
Yeah.
And back in our
she's from
church
the Hiding
days,
Place days.
from the Hiding Place
And
days.
she was
Pamela,
on-
congratulations on winning
several-
Radiance from
She did several
catcosmetics.com.
skits. She did several skits on Nightlight.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yes, she's very good.
And she's been through so much lately. Oh, so much. Lisa Ottinger is here. Yes. Okay. Lisa Ottinger, you have won. Ooh, a pink piece of paper. It's like, oh yeah. You have won a gorgeous ring, which is going to fit you because it fits everybody. I wear these on my fingers
That
all the
looks
time.
great on camera,
Isn't that
too.
pretty? It's a beautiful ring. Just beautiful. So Lisa Ottinger, this ring will fit you because it does stretch. You can wear it on any finger. I love, love, love this ring. I think I have a few on tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations, Lisa Ottinger. Here it is. Congratulations. Now, what have we got left?
I got it.
Oh, we're going back to number 1, which was
got it.
donated by Barbara Hammond. All right. Barbara Hammond is one of our regulars. It's a dude. Oh, excuse me, a gentleman. That is what we're going to call our men, because that's what our man line.
How about a gent dude? A gentle dude.
No, this is.
A
But I
gentleman
have
dude.
gentlemen here. So anyway, this is a winner, and it's a man. So Garrett Edward Godwin. And you know what's weird? His name is Godwin, and he's a great Christian guy. I've never met Garrett, but we have been pen pals for years and years from me being on the show. So Garrett, if you are here tonight, I have a gift for you.
What did he
Please
win?
make yourself. I can't tell you until he claims it.
Oh, he may not be.
That's exactly right.
He has to be present to win.
So number 5. Who is number 5, please? Number 5, because these all fell out.
No. I
How
told
did you get them?
Jerry and I have been
Jerry
working on
hasn't
this for
moved.
months.
I know he's really good.
No, that's the point. If you saw him move, then you know it was a gimmick.
Paula Mickle, you are the next wiener. So let yourself be known if you are here, and then I will open your gift. That was number 1, right? And, no? Oh, Paula Mickle, she is number 5. Okay. Waiting for Garrett. What a shame. Garrett comes all the time. Do you still have any more? Or we? Well, no, you know what? We have rules. That's just. Yeah, I know you're Mr. Break the Rule man, but it's fair to the people that show up here tonight.
It's not very obvious today, but it is a good thing to have some rules.
One just dropped off and out, so I put it back in. And we have my sister. won again.
Is that true?
Yeah, but is she here?
That's a
Good.
conspiracy.
Because she wasn't there the other night either, so she's lost out twice. Now that's my sister. If I'm keeping the rules for that, there are rules and they are followed.
Here, though. He could accept it, but genetically, he's half of her.
Yes, that's true. All right, going back in. And okay, so here we go. Now, if my sister is here, make yourself known.
Let me wait for Paula because people are saying
Paula's here.
congratulations and I don't see her.
Okay, we'll let you know. I have the next name picked, and that is it. Sound. Is our sound going wacky again? No. Judith. Okay, she had better get on the stick, my sister.
We're doing a sound check.
Okay, Debbie
Sound good?
Debbie Starr Jackson, that's her favorite song.
The mic is on?
Yes, or is it mine? No, mine's good. Okay, well, the next one, Christian Pa. Christian Pa, P-A-U-G-H. Christian Pa, are you here tonight? Oh, it's out of sync. That's okay. We're almost done.
I don't think it's out of sync.
Let's go back, Kim.
Kim,
See Kim.
Kim, okay, we're going to, one more. Is it one more? Mark Shepard is here. It's Todd's mic, he says. Remember that you have to give Mark Shepard $300, Todd? I've never heard of this name. Nancy Ann Wild.
Did you give Mark a $300 gift certificate, and then I don't have to pay him back? Mark, you've won a $300
Nancy
gift
Ann
certificate.
Wild, if you are here, let us know.
Get you some of that new spackle cream.
Okay, the spackle cream. All right. Melody Severance. You know, these are all new names to me, but like I said, when you are new to the show and you put new underneath your name goes into the bin. So Melody Severance, if you're here, let us know. I'm going to keep, we're going back to one, which was donated by Barbara Hammond, who is a good friend of us. Okay, here we go. The name is Emily Lard. Emily Lard, are you here tonight? That would be a first winner. Emily Lard. Emily Lard from Arkansas. We were just talking about Arkansas. Isn't that weird? You guys were both there. And so, Emily, if you are here, let us know. Melody Severance, I'm here. Melody Severance is here.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Melody, we're going to see what you won. Number 5. All right. This is yours. We don't know what's in it, but we're about to find out. All righty. One of my favorite rings. This I wear on the show all the time. This ring right here. But let me just do this. You can see it better when it's on the black. So that is the ring you just won, Melody, and it will fit you because it has a stretch to it. I like that because I wear rings on multiple fingers and they fit them all. So there you go, Melody. That is yours. If you haven't won, please PM me your address and your email so I know where we can send it on Monday. All right, so let's see. We're going back to 1. Barbara Hammonds. Yes. Frank, we are going to absolutely find out what dress that is. And I'll let you know, unless you already know. Kathleen Mitala. Kathleen Mitala. That is a name that is new to me. So, Kathleen, let us know if you are there. All right. Let us know if you are there.
There's no end to this
Denise
format.
Falconer Smith.
We have to do
Denise
something about
Falconer Smith.
it. Everybody, I'm just saying we need to do
Are
something
you
about
here?
the
If you
amount of
are,
time this
you
takes.
have about 25 seconds to say so, and everyone stay on the lookout for Denise Falconer Smith.
Now, I don't want to be the bearer of...
We're about almost done.
I know, it's just that this process is slower than our trivia.
I know, but we have to figure it out.
The
because-
trivia was good. Remember when you used to do the trivia, just kind of random, and it was
Yes,
like, bam.
yes, yeah. We'll do trivia
No,
and
it's-
also numbers.
I know, it goes quicker.
Jonathan Jensen, we'll go back to that next week. Jonathan Jensen, are you here? Let me know. I don't think you are. That I haven't seen you tonight. And then,
And then we do number.
okay, one more, and then we're doing the number.
So Did my Yoho get
Yeah,
through?
she
Do I need
loved
to
it.
start again?
Melissa Skillens. She has won before and never claimed her gift. Melissa Skillens. Okay, I'm closing this. Here we go. I'm going to do a number, all right? I'm going to write it down right now. I just need a pen. I'm going to write down a number. For once, you're not going to, I don't guess the number in your head, you guess the number in mine. So, I'm going to write a number down right now. I'm going to write down a number right now. It's a 2-digit number. It's between.
Denise is here.
Okay.
So you don't have to do it.
Denise is here, so
we
she
done?
gets this. Okay, we're still going to do a number just for fun because I got it started, but we're going to give Denise her present. This is from Barbara Hammond. She bought this to donate
That's
back
a
to
cool
the show.
page.
And
I like it.
there it is.
Isn't that a nice page?
Gorgeous page. It is the Miracle Working Kit. It has a brush in here with it. It has a brush in it. It has lip gloss. I'm looking if you can see the kit right here. It has every color in it you would ever need. It is the most popular kit we sell at Cat Cosmetics. Lips, eyes, cheeks, the whole thing. And it's absolutely amazing. So this is what I use to teach on a private Zoom lesson. And it also has everything inside here. It has a brush, the eye pencil, lip gloss. It's amazing. It's called the Miracle Working Kit. You will, without a doubt, look at least 10 years younger after using it, and I guarantee that. If you don't like it, send it back.
Kat, a little side note. So here is So this is.
Oh, those are the solar panels
But this
at
was
the ranch.
early. This was in 1998. So
Yeah.
it's pretty early on to have tracking arrays, and that's also. When the first electric there was a EV1 came out by
They
General
destroyed all
Motors.
those cars.
They did, but RAV4, Toyota made one also. So that's one of the first electric cars, and that car is still on the road to this day. We used it the other day on the ranch.
We still have it.
We not only have it, it still runs, and we still
Perfect.
run
And
errands
it's
on it.
totally
It's never
electric.
had a day of maintenance issues.
Yeah.
And there's a company, there's a guy who's a website keeps track of these cars. He
I
always
think Ed
contacts
Begley
me.
Jr. had
Ed
one.
had
Does
one,
he see-
but he's upgraded also.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I have a better one. But Yippee and I loved it. We loved that little car. But
This is BC,
yes,
before
that's right.
Cat.
It
I
is
did-
BC.
I didn't know you then.
It's also before.
You might have even belonged to
it's-
somebody else.
It's also before political correctness.
Oh, which we don't observe here.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I would go to Carrie's house sometimes at parties,
Mm-hmm.
and all of their friends that are, have fairly substantial platforms, and we're talking about the environment, and, and I would say, oh, that's fantastic that you're into that. So you must have solar on your house then. And they'd be like, no. And I said,
Hollywood.
and was that you that pulled it in that Humvee?
And weren't you on a private jet?
Yeah,
a few
and
weeks
last
ago
week did I see
talking
you at
about it?
Burbank Airport in that Gulfstream? All I'm saying, by the way, you talk about the worst abuse of carbon footprint. Private jets, I'm sorry, as much as they're unbelievably fun and I love
Well,
hitching
sometimes
rides.
you have to use a private jet because you need to be somewhere
I understand.
where you can't get a commercial
I
flight that's
just
going to work. And
Absolute worst
yeah, it is.
abuse.
I just don't. There's some people that are on private jets for a reason because they have to go from here to here to here, and there's no way they
These
can do
days,
it otherwise.
The excuses are getting pretty small.
Right. Well, I've been on one before, so I don't want
No,
to be a
I think they're
hypocrite.
fantastic. It's
Yeah.
just that is a major abuse of carbon,
carbon
footprint.
footprint.
Monster.
All right, let's
Just
give
saying.
away this out.
Because in the numbers.
Huh?
We're promoting the show.
Okay, so the numbers between 30 and 40, I'm thinking of those two numbers right now. Read my mind. Two numbers, 2 digits between 30 and 40. Both digits are, have they guessed it yet? Has anyone guessed
God,
it?
I hope so.
Oh, she doesn't know what it is. That helps. I'm so good. Okay, so here we go. I see one.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, is it the same one I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Okay, Julianne Golden, you are the winner tonight.
Hallelujah. Oh, we got to the end of no, we're more giveaways. Oh my God.
This is the end. Elastin Collagen Cream, only the best moisturizer you'll ever use. You don't need anything else. If you're paying $150 or $100
In fact, I insist
for a
that
cream,
Kat not wear anything else when she puts that cream on. It's part of the deal. So when she says you don't have to have anything else, that's it. You put that cream on and your boyfriend will love you.
and if you have nothing else on.
Nothing else on.
Okay, so
I'm just
Elastin
saying.
Collagen Cream is amazing.
Back to the
Please
political
don't spend
correctness.
$100, $150, $200 on face creams. Believe me, I'm in this business for a long time. Don't do it.
You don't have to spend anything. Just guess the
This
number
is
and
the
you're going to get it.
best.
Is it a number?
Yeah, somebody got it already, Julianne Golden.
Fantastic.
So there you have it.
Thank God.
A 37 was the
Long
number. Very
and
good.
winding road.
There you go.
That
Okay,
leads
so let's say
to the end of this show.
he's.
Will never disappear.
Do you have caffeine over there?
No, I don't need caffeine. I get them jacked up on caffeine from earlier. The
Exactly.
stay awakes in the car are kicking in.
Let's click our heels and say goodnight. You guys have been hanging in, and I really appreciate it. And you know what? It's amazing how long that people hang in. And that's why, and for many
Fair enough.
reasons, we love you.
We will
So-
see everybody tomorrow.
Yes, we will,
Same,
tomorrow.
not the same time,
No,
but the
2
same,
o'clock
not even the
Pacific
same channel
Standard
because
Time.
you have to go on to the TEDx Facebook page, and we're going to have to
Yes,
send.
I want
So
to thank you,
TEDx
Cheryl.
Henderson's Facebook page.
Okay, we're going to do one thing. Okay,
We are.
Yes, we are. Something I don't think we've ever done before. Frank Ferruccio, who is a big friend of this show, and you know, we've not met Frank yet, but we love Frank. Frank's going through another surgery. He's been through so much. He's in terrible pain, you know, he's hopefully they're going to go in and just get this cancer, and I'm claiming it, you know, because it could, you know, first of all, he's the longest survivor of this type of cancer.
Yeah.
And also just the pain alone. A lot of people are in pain, but Frank's pain has been 24/7. We all love him. I would like to say a prayer for Frank, or would you like to do it?
I would just do it this way.
And
I
I will
would-
do it another way.
Well, no, I don't know that you will. You might like what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I
I
would-
know. I welcome
I would
it.
just say that where two or more are gathered in the Christ's name,
Yes.
you got his ear. And there's a lot of us right now here.
Absolutely.
And so we would just say that we all agree that that pain would go away and that disease would get under control.
yes.
And we all come together as one big group. And that energy, when you get all those people thinking that way. So if we all just say we agree that that would happen.
Everybody say agree, and I'm going to add
That's
one
right.
more thing to that. I just want to bless the surgeon's hands, and that he gets the best surgeon, and that bless his hands through that surgery, and that we all agree in the name of Jesus that this prayer is already answered. So I want to thank everybody for that, and thank you, Cheryl, for the quick remind, because we have so much going on. Frank, we love you so much. We'll be thinking about you, and we will be continue to pray for your incredible surgery and recovery, and to be pain-free, which would be unbelievably great. But I believe in miracles. I've seen a lot of them in my life and in my walk. All right, let's say goodnight.
And speaking of walking,
Yes. That's right.
hit it.
Okay, you're the magic
I'm
man.
not even going to take the time. I'm going to quickly just grab them by the heels. We're going to go
Everyone
at it.
is
Hit it.
on it.
Ready.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going.
There's no place like home. And it's a
Thank
good thing,
goodness.
because that's where we all still are. We love you so
Follow
much.
the yellow brick road.
Remember, tomorrow
Follow the
we'll
yellow
post where
brick
we'll
road.
be at 2 p.m.
Bum,
PST.
bum, bum, bum,
Thank
bum,
you
bum,
again
bum,
for
bum, bum,
joining us.
bum,
We
bum,
love you
bum,
so
bum,
much.
bum, bum,
And
bum.
look forward to next week. I'll post the schedule. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Shall we show Charlie?